guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new here, please consider subscribing. Today I'm gonna tell you about the newest fragrance from Yves Saint Laurent. It's called Yves Saint Laurent Black Opium Over Red, and I just can't express how I was excited to learn about this newest launch because it had cherry. I am a cherry lover, and I also do love quite a bit black opium fragrance, so I thought that is gonna be something beautiful. So let me start off with notes of this fragrance. It has cherry, green mandarin, jasmine, orange blossom, black tea, Madagascar vanilla. It also has coffee and Indonesian patchouli leaf. Just for the moment, just to remind you, the notes of the classic black opium, which I have here. This is the classic one. This is the classic one. Beautiful, beautiful fragrance. The classic one has pear, pink pepper, orange blossom, coffee, jasmine, bitter almond, licorice, vanilla, patchouli, cashmere wood, and cedar. So the notes are quite similar. I find that the original fragrance is much more opulent. It's much more kind of complete. So I'm not gonna compare the two fragrances. I'm just gonna tell you my opinion. So I do have a sample here, and I have been wearing this fragrance for quite a time now, been testing it, and I also did a test in the store. So I kind of sprayed a lot on my hand, on my clothes, and I also had this kind of a little bit of conversation with salesperson as to what he is thinking about the fragrance. So here are my thoughts. The fragrance, well, initial blast of cherry is like 15 minutes after you spray, like 10 to 15 minutes, you kind of clearly feel this beautiful blast of cherry. I wouldn't say that it's a cherry per se. For me, it's more of a like cherry jam, cherry marmalade, like cherry flavored something like the bread spread, whatever, like a jam. Like, let's say it's a jam. So for me, it's that. So it's not a very kind of natural, fresh, ripe cherry. It's more of this jammy feeling because it's also quite sweet. And so 15 minutes, 10 to 15 minutes, you kind of feel it. It's all over you, and it's very pleasant. The fragrance is very pleasant. And then I have to say that I also quite love the color of the bottle. I would probably prefer it to be a bit more red because I'm a fan of red color. I love red color. It's the color of the bottle. It's more or less like this one. This is Trouble by Boucheron. So this is kind of a color of the bottle. It's black, but when you kind of look at it closely, you kind of see that it's not black. It's like reddish black. Beautiful bottle. It doesn't have glitter. It's just this color. Very, very nice thing. So let's get back to the scent. The scent itself, after it kind of settles a bit, 10-15 minutes passes, you kind of get these hints of classic black, opium black that we all know and love. And I have to say that, and I have been testing this fragrance, as I told you, in store and with the sample. I have to say that unfortunately the staying power on me isn't the greatest. One time I went in the store, they had this huge tester bottle, and I sprayed, I kid you not, probably 7, 8, 9 sprays in one time. And then before going out, I sprayed twice more. And all of this fragrance, it vanished on me in a matter of 4 hours. I didn't have a single a single little teeny tiny bit left on my skin. I don't know what it was. Yeah, I do have kind of drier skin on my hands, and obviously this also contributes to the fact that the fragrance isn't very long lasting. But you know, I didn't like the staying power at all with this fragrance. I have to say that for me, if the fragrance lasts on me 6 to 7 hours, is very very good. This one it didn't, and I'm kidding. I kid you not. I did a lot of sprays. So this thing apart, on the actual like, well, it's kind of gross, but this is the blotter paper. So on the blotter paper, it still stays like days after that. It is still on the paper. On the skin, yeah, not so much. So after we have this initial cherry syrupy, jammy kind of opening, we have this transformation to this kind of classic black opium fragrance. So in my opinion, this is a good fragrance. This is a fragrance for those people who love this line, who love Yves Saint Laurent. And if you collect every single bottle, then I'm telling you, you should go out and get it because it's good. The fragrance is good. Maybe the longevity isn't the best for me personally, but for you it would be good. But I mean, the longevity of this of the classic one for me is excellent. I mean, it's very good, and also the longevity, as far as I can recall, of Floral Shock, of this the blue bottle, like, was it intense bottle, right? And then the green bottle with the fig one, it was good. This one not so much. So if you're a fan, if you're a collector of this fragrance, if you're a lover of this fragrance, then I'm telling you, you should go out and get it, because I can't say that it's hugely different, especially when time passes. It gets back to the original fragrance, but the opening is different enough to get it if you're a collector, if you're a lover of this fragrance. And I know by myself, I am in love with Calvin Klein One fragrances, and I was buying every single year. And you know, sometimes it had a note a bit different from the last year, but in essence, it was like fresh, green, aquatic, maybe a little bit citrusy fragrance with a little bit hints here and there. But I did still. I kept buying it because they were nice. And for me, they were different enough. So for you, it's gonna be different enough. But if you're not a fan, if you just love the original fragrance, if you like it, if you wear it with pleasure, and if you like cherry, but you don't feel like it's a different enough, I would suggest you, and this is the thing that I don't usually do, but just layer the fragrance. Layer the original fragrance with something cherry. Like I got this one. This is the Kayali fragrance, the cherry fragrance, the Burning Fest fragrance. It can be whatever cherry fragrance. In reality, it can be like the cherry fragrance you prefer. Just don't get the cherry blossom, because the cherry blossom is different from cherry. So, and you just layer the two and you will get approximately the same result. I'm not saying that you will get a dupe, I'm not saying, but you will get the vibe, you will get the cherry and then the black opium. So the fragrance is good, it is good. My only thing is that the longevity, I couldn't quite understand what's wrong with the longevity on me. The sample wasn't staying quite long on me. The tester bottle in the store wasn't. So it's probably my skin chemistry that doesn't go along with this fragrance. But other than that, it's a good fragrance. It's a fragrance we all know. It has a little bit different, opening, but it's good. It is good. Am I gonna buy it? No, because I am in love with this original one. I have this bottle and I have also 6 other 10 ml bottles, so I'm covered with this one. I'm not gonna buy the cherry one, but if you like it, please let me know if you have already bought it and what are your thoughts on this fragrance. Especially I'm interested in what do you think about the longevity of this fragrance. But I do think it's a solid release from the brand, although um, I think that it could have been done better. It could have been done like more different, like much more cherry, like, and surprisingly, I have to say, surprisingly, that on the blotter paper I can smell through and through the cherry note, but on my skin the cherry note, the cherry opening, it kind of vanished quite quickly. That's the thing. But because I'm not made of paper, obviously I'm a human being, probably it's about the skin, but on the paper I can clearly still smell this cherry note. So yeah, let me know what you think about this fragrance, and thank you for your attention, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.